Josh, it's been a couple of difficult results. How's the vibe been around the group? How have you sort of, as captain especially, picked things up and, kept everyone on track?
Yeah, obviously, like you said, a couple disappointing results, but to be honest, the vibe and the mood within the squad's still good. The mishap obviously in the first half against Wanderers was, we were slightly off that game and we got punished for sure. And then a disappointing loss last minute. I thought we dominated the game. In the second half against Macarthur, and just unfortunately conceded there in the last minute. But yeah, I think those results don't really reflect where we think we are as a squad. There was a lot of positives to take out of those both results. 3 away games first up, so we're really looking to put a foot forward in these next 3 home games again in Ballarat, and it's a tight league, so the squad's still full of confidence that we can get a few good results in the next couple of weeks and get ourselves up the table.
Pretty familiar faces in Newey. Obviously Ryan Scott you've played a fair bit with, and they've got Stammer up top, who obviously spent a bit of time with you guys for a little bit there, I think, and he's in scoring form, so it might be your job to handle him a little bit, Josh.
Yeah, Stammer's he's had a great start to the season. Yeah, obviously we played together for the first couple of years here at the club. Both still good mates of mine, Stammer and Scotty as well. So good to see Stammer scoring some goals and Scotty getting some game time. It'll be good to see some friendly faces. But they're wanting to win as well. They haven't won a game yet, so it's going to be a tough game. Looking forward to Saturday, and hopefully we can get our home track record off with a good start.
Yeah. Rizzo, you said there that the results don't reflect where you think you are as a group at the moment. Where do you think you are as a group at the moment? Do you feel like how much growth and work do you reckon you need to put in before you start to see these results turn? Is it just a little bit, or what areas do you need to work on?
Yeah, look, I don't think there's much. Well, there's always things to work on, I guess. But as a group, we're a young team. There's a lot of new faces within the group this year. I think our basic structures are very good at the moment. We know our game plan. We know where everyone else is going to be on the field. We know everyone else's role. I just think it's little things here and there. I think maybe in the front third, I think our final pass is sort of letting us down. We're getting into really good areas and we're creating a lot of half chances. I just think if we're more clinical, we can, punish teams. It's obviously only the start of the season. We've got 3 home games now, and we've got a good record in Ballarat. So, like I said, the squad's still full of confidence. We believe we can, play finals this year, do even better maybe. We're really looking forward to, the next few games to put a really good performance together.
How do you make Ballarat a bit of a fortress, Rizzo? Do you guys head down there early? What do you do? Especially teams like Newcastle and the Knicks and that, they've not just got to fly, they've then got to do the extra bit of travel in. How do you try and really make it a really strong home advantage for you guys?
Yeah, we know what sort of away trip that's like. Obviously, when we fly to Sydney, sometimes you've got to do a trip up the road to Macarthur or Central Coast or something like that. So those away trips are quite hard with a flight and a bus trip. So we know that teams aren't going to be going there. A lot of the club does well with promoting the game out there in Ballarat to get as many fans as we can. Obviously, it's a startup club problem when you don't really have a home base, so it's good to share it around Victoria and getting our fans. We've created a good little base out there in Ballarat. We've had a good record there, and with teams not wanting to travel there and a little fan base out there, hopefully we can get the job done.
Rizzo, I'll preface this by saying that I'm not insinuating in any way that the club's looking to do similar, but we've seen Sydney and City take some rather drastic steps in the opening couple of weeks of the season in the face of what they appeared to believe was a bit of complacency and a lack of intensity amongst the playing group, and trying to reverse that. Yourself as a leader of Western United and a veteran of the league that's been around the block, as a player, how do you maintain intensity and maintain a sense of urgency amongst a playing group? What have you picked up over the years that it's important to maintain?
I feel like the most important thing is, to stay together as a group. I think for us, I can only say the last two results that we've had, it wasn't for a lack of effort, I feel, on our behalf. And we just stuck together as a group, remained positive and took whatever positives there were out of the games. Once the game's done, then you just focus on the next one, and, you make sure you start the training week off, with good intensity, and make sure everyone's up to standard, and really drive, I guess, as an older player, try to drive that standard. First day back at training, be very positive. Keep the group spirits up. We've got a few boys who are good at doing that. I guess just creating a positive environment is, and a place where people want to come into training every day. I think that's one thing that we've created here at the club is, a lot of players who come in, they say, they enjoy coming into training every day and being around this group, and I feel like that's an important thing to have as a group.
Who stepped up to take on the mantle of raising the spirits? Because you lost Scotty to the Jets, and he was your multi-time clubman of the year. Who filled the void there?
Lockie, he's never short of a thing to say. So he's always in there lifting the boys' spirits and getting the boys up and about. And we got a good group. Donks has come in. Daniel Pena as well. They're very vocal within the changing room, in a good way. So like I said, it's we have a close group again this year. We have a lot of laughs in the change room, but when we get down to it, we can be serious, and we work for each other, and hopefully the results can show that in the next few weeks. I think once we get those results, we'll see a lot of confidence coming from our team.
Angus Burgate obviously knows the Jets like the back of his hand. Josh, has he got anything, inside info for you? Any tips? I know they've had a coaching change, but he knows a lot of these players. He knows the club, and obviously a big game for him personally. Yeah, obviously big game for him facing his old club. I haven't really spoke to him too much about how they're going to line up or anything, but obviously he still speaks to a few of those players, so he might find out a thing or two. But I'm sure, he'll want to be getting the win over his former club and some old teammates of his, so I'm sure he'll be up for it.